മൂപ്പര് പണ്ട് നാട്ടിലാരോ കിണർ കുത്താൻ വന്ന കഥയൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു. പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് എത്ര പാക്ക് ചെയ്ത് പോണേ? എന്നും പോരണ്ട, അങ്ങനല്ല, ഒന്നും കൂടി 10 മിനിറ്റ്
हेलो
മുന്നേ പോയാൽ.
हेलो मैं तो स्टार्ट कर दिया था, आवाज़ नहीं आ रही? अच्छा अच्छा।
ഇല്ല.
The top scorers of the league, Sports Academy Tirur laid down the marker with with wins over Real Malabar Football Club and Wayanad United, and they take on FC Areekode today in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League, and Areekode side yet to find their feet. And so we have another tightly contested game on our hands, a reflection of the race for the top spot. If FC Areekode wins, they go second. It will be a massive leap for a team whose credentials are being questioned. Can they provide the answers? My name is Sohan Poddar, and this is match number 22 in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League, and we are live from EMS Corporation Stadium in Kozhikode. And this is the FC Kozhikode lineup. No clean sheets in the debut season for FC Areekode so far, but Sharif came off with a niggle in the previous game, which means Hafiz starts with Rajneesh at the centre back, and that is the change made by the assistant coach Ashik, who is in charge today, since the head coach Kuni Krishnan not available due to illness. Shabi Khan makes his first KPL appearance for FC Areekode and is furthest forward, but not a big option. Return to bench, Fahad Zabir is available as a sub, and the latest signing Mishab will also hope for a chance to get some minutes. And Ashik will be in the dugout tonight, elevated to interim head coach since Kuni Krishnan is not available, and the start has been steady, 6 out of possible 6 points. But he will know this must continue to keep the semi-final hopes alive. And this is the SAT lineup. Shuhail has been in decent form, but it is that back four that will not make his job easy. A change in centre-back pairing, though with Tore and Afsal, he was impressive in the previous game as a substitute and will get a start in place of Ayub. And Guy Harman Anantu Murali is 1 goal away from going top in the scorers list, and he will want nothing less this evening, along with the supporting cast of Faslu Rahman and Guy Harman. Sushil Kumar's well-oiled machine is well on its way to stay at the top if things carry on in the same vein. In fact, he will know 3 wins in a row will almost guarantee a top 2 spot, and almost being the key word used. Anantu Murali's partnership with Guy Harman is such that all his assists have been for the informed striker. That combination will be FC Areekode's biggest headache and SAT's biggest threat. Vishnu, of course, is the big name on the bench for FC Areekode to bring on, and for Sports Academy Tirur are able to include Thoi Singh as an option, the left footer, looking forward to get some game time this evening. There's immersion, Munir as well, the big man will be hoping when he comes on, his scoring boots are on, and SAT's remarkable performance against Real Malabar Football Club saw Guy Harman scored a brilliant goal, followed by a brace from Anantu Murali. And how can we forget the quality of that man up top? And he might be hitting peak form at the right time, and he will be the man to stop FC Areekode. Over first couple of games started to look more comfortable in their clothes, and their credentials still unclear. And tonight, they, like those watching, will look for more clarity. Sports Academy Tirur's biggest win in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League was that 7-0 victory. Harman, Ture, Ritesh, Arshad and Anantu Murali were all on the score sheet. That evening, in the month of January, 3 of them are in the matchday squad and 2 of them are flash. More importantly, records at stake and 3 points as well. These are the skippers on the sides. And for SAT's Faslu Rahman, the former Kerala Blasters man, in duties, will be leading his team. And there is no doubt in the Sports Academy Tirur's attack. But more importantly, they are learning how to ride the storm of attacks from opposition. They are learning that defending is much an art as attacking, and that ability to contain the steam in this pressure cooker of a league race will be tested once more. The only side in the competition yet to concede a goal, 2 clean sheets on the bounce. They are at the top of the points table in Group A with 6 points from 2 matches. The team close to them in the top spot is Altice International Football Academy. They are 4th from 3 games. A win for FC Areekode will take them into the second spot over LTS International. And that is what is going to be their assignment this evening, to pick up their first ever victory in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League.
Number 13, Muhammad Abir forward.
The start has been a bit of a struggle for FC Areekode, a couple of draws.
Defender. Number 30, Mohammad Shafiq midfielder. Number 31,
started off their campaign with a thrilling 2-2 draw against IFA, and the last game was a 1-1 against Lucas Soccer Club. And SAT clear at the top of the table only by points at this moment, which means teams are breathing down their necks, reminding them of their presence. And then the head coach, who was the side kick, as now being elevated as the head coach, is Mohammad Ashik, in the absence of the usual head coach, who is not in the bench due to an illness. And Shabi Khan is going to be a cog in the wheel for FC Areekode this evening. A tweak here, a tug there, and FC Areekode seem tighter and taut. But tonight, they must be like shadows under the clear sky of EMS Corporation Stadium. And what a challenge for him as well. As for Sunil Kumar's team, being at the top of the table has suited them. Lush, deluxe, and prolific, frequently leaving us out of breath, riding this great sea of optimism, which they will hope to carry into the month of March. A kick-off here at the EMS Corporation Stadium, and then foul on Sports Academy Tirur player. It is Bashir, the central midfielder. His third start for SAT. He made a very good start of this campaign, playing alongside Ritish, the former Indian Arrows player, who scored in that opener against Real Malabar Football Club. And the last game, SAT had to battle it out against Wayanad United, and Guy Herman scoring the winner in the second half. That was an evenly contested game, and we are expecting nothing less this evening between these two teams. And SAT have been in an unbeaten streak since 7th March last year. They will look to extend that to 6 to 7. On the flip side, FC Areekode will be looking to halt their run and book their first ever victory in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League history. That's a good ball over the top. It's sifting it into the channel for Bashir. Bashir is offside. That was a close call from the ref. Musa Vaioli is the man in charge officiating this game. Another ball hacked over the top. There is a towering presence of the Senegalese centre-back Tirur, who heads it clear. Ramton Singh on the left-hand side, the man from Manipur, played for Neroka Football Club previously. And his first touch for Emerson. He was part of India's under-17 World Cup batch. They couldn't make it into the final 25. Comes from Manipur. Got to keep an eye on him. He's got a lot of action in him in terms of football. Very quick, very agile, and now in set-piece duties for his team. That's a beautiful delivery. Gone through the entire defensive unit of SAT. Just a telling touch, it all needed. And the number 17, Nihal, couldn't get a touch onto it. The former Bengaluru FC reserves player, he went up to provide that aerial option to his team during set piece. Played in the Reliance Foundation Youth Sports. Nihal has started on the right hand side for FC Areekode, with Govindas will play on the left, and Rajneesh and Hafiz are two centre backs of both the teams in a 4-4-2 this evening. Another great delivery and a bit of a pressure early on was Suhail. His third start. he will be surging with confidence given the fact he managed to keep 2 clean sheets in the opening 2 games. As I was talking about FC Areekode's Kerala Premier League campaign last term, they collected 6 points from 5 matches, finished third, missed out on the semi-final spot only by goal difference to Basco Football Club. They finished second. They started their campaign on 7th March with a 3-0 loss to Gokulam Kerala, followed by a 0-0 against Luka Soccer Club. Their first victory came against FC Kerala. That was a comprehensive 4-0 win on 4th April, followed by a 1-1 draw in the last group game against Basco Football Club. The keeper has to come a long way out. Some confusion at the back, and it's been stolen away by Guy Harman. He's drifting onto the left channel. A solid tackle from Nihal, who wins it off the Cameroonian. Nihal just reminding Guy Harman against whom he is playing this evening. And now driving FC Areekode forward from the right hand side. Nicely dinked, headed away by Tirur. Crucial intervention. It falls back to an Areekode player. And now Nihal on the overlap. He's got space to burn. He just couldn't connect to that cross. He was on rushing. He just couldn't keep his body balance. And now takes a tumble. A referee asking for medical intervention. So 6 minutes on the clock. And FC Areekode looking the better side in terms of keeping the ball and rotating it. Both the sides will be looking for some time on the ball to settle down before getting into the rhythms. Sports Academy Tirur coach Sunil Kumar, he is on his feet. A sublime start to the Kerala Premier League campaign this term for the side from Tirur. They've been a free scoring side this term, already scored 8 goals in 2 matches, 4 goals on average per game. This is their 3rd game. And now it's a beautiful ball just in front of Guy Harman, who collects it beautifully. Close to the danger was Nihal, not allowing him to turn. And now Emerson. The ball skitters away to Tirur, who's stepping up into the opposition's area and nicely cushioning it towards Afsal. A change in centre back pairing for Tirur, and Ayub is not playing today, and Afsal taking his place in the starting 11. And now cutting inside. There's a good ball. There might be a shooting opportunity. Guy Harman. A couple of players converging on him very quickly. One of them was Hafiz. And now Govindas from Kerala Blasters Reserves has signed for FC Areekode this term. And here is the number 19, Govindas. SAT committing men forward, trying to disrupt play at the back. A nice skillful play there from Arshad. And Arshad finding Faslu Rahman. He was very impactful for Gokulam Kerala. Last season in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League, represented Tripura a couple of times in Santosh Trophy. It's a good diagonal ball and might be in here. Guy Harman committing a foul instead on Rajneesh. That was a beautiful diagonal ball, punted upfield by the left full back of FC Areekode. By the left full back of SAT Tirur, pardon me, that was Ramtan Singh, the former Neroka FC player, guiding it back towards the goalkeeper Suhail. A slight measurement from Sports Academy Tirur in terms of going forwards and testing the opponent. As you can see, the number 12 Ritesh and Bashir is sitting deep, trying to make FC Areekode tick in that particular region. And now chance from the wide right, ball sent in early and over Anantu into the path of the number 23 Arshad, who is running horizontally but lost the ball. And now it's back with Emerson. Emerson closed down very quickly. And they won it in a great area. The Sports Academy Tirur releasing it infield. Will have to go behind and rebuild. Arshad, he played in the Calcutta Premier League and also in the Bangalore Super Division. The left full back. There's a fine ball. Trying to turn, create room for the shot. Instead, it's a layoff and a side-footed attempt. It's gone wide. And Guy Herman is the man in the thick of action. Trying to turn and then is setting up that shot for Bashir. And his side-footed attempt was wide. And it's a goal kick for FC Areekode. Jersey number 17 is 70 of FC Areekode. Is Nihal is down. And here is Emerson Singh. And the playmaking responsibilities this evening lies on his shoulder. And he needs to put in a lot of effort this evening against the likes of SAT. Faslu Rahman will be looking for a quick start. It's 11 minutes on the clock. It's still goalless, and we have an early change made by FC Areekode. Is number 14, the defender Fahad, coming in. An FC Areekode product itself, the son of former Indian international is C. Jabir. Faslu Rahman couldn't get the ball. Just taking the sting out of SAT's high intensity press. They're slowing down a bit. And SAT playing a high line. Afsal is spreading it to the left. That's the change of Fahad coming in for Nihal. And now Guy Herman. Guy Herman pokes it forward, but towards nobody. It only helps FC Areekode goalkeeper Vivek. He played for Hindustan Football Club, Vivek, and the Delhi Football League. There are lots of players in this FC Areekode lineup. Has the experience of playing in the state leagues in Delhi, in Calcutta, and also in Bangalore. Guy Herman drifting is so deep. And every time he's on the ball, you can see a couple of players behind him. And look about that for a pass. An absolute sweeping ball out wide. Gets the better of his man. The ball dinked in towards Guy Herman, who will get there. He picks up. Guy Herman goes on the outside, but the cross is blocked by Fahad, who was close to the danger. And it's a corner kick for SAT. Now that was a fine chance. The ball slightly behind. Guy Herman onto it in a flash, taking it away from the central defender, but getting his tackle in just at the right time was Fahad. In comes the corner. Went up for it. The number 12. And that was Ritesh. Couldn't head it goalwards. A bit of a chance for SAT early on. They're clearly the better side in the first quarter. Dominating play, very, very impressive. That urgent style. Looking to play direct. Murali, Ritesh, and Faslu commits a handball. It's going to be a free kick for FC Areekode. Hafiz. Luzup. Guy Herman. They have lost it out of a danger area. Guy Herman goes past one. Takes it onto his stronger side. Just skipping past another. into a crossing area. The top ball was deep, somehow managing to deal with it. That was number 22, Rajneesh. FC Areekode's own product, Rajneesh. Corner taken shot outside the box. In it comes a low ball towards the Cameroonian Guy Harman. Just a telling touch it all needed. That was a superb delivery. FC Areekode defense caught ball watching. And look at that. A sensational ball played in towards Guy Harman, who could not adjust his feet. And the ball just eludes him. Lucky scare. Luzub now lofting it over the top. Strong header from Afsal. The midfield battles are getting interesting. Ritesh is a superb ball again. And now charging down the right. 3 players in maroon waiting in the box. Lifting it up towards the back post. There's too much on the ball in the end. That was a fine overlapping run from Arsal. FC Areekode and SAT. A record is on the line to the 90 minutes more to the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. And the league stage is transforming minute by minute, match after match and goal after goal. We would have said it is just another evening. But at this point of the season, it is never just another evening, isn't it? This particular venue of EMS Corporation Stadium hoisted the Nehru Cup final. Meanwhile, it's a big blunder and squares it. Guy Harman might be an easy tap in, and yes, Sports Academy Tirur takes the lead, capitalizing on that mistake committed by FC Areekode defenders. And it's the jersey number 23 Arshad opening the score line for the visitors. Once again, the Cameroonian Guy Harman getting in on the act, rounding the goalkeeper, squaring it inside the box. And the number 23 Arshad with the defining touch here. Just a minute above the first quarter, SAT manages to take the lead, and their dominance in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League this term continues. And FC Areekode, they have just themselves to blame. And that was a needless back pass, which was picked up by Guy Harman. And the Cameroonian putting it on a plate for Arshad, who makes no mistake from such a close range. And FC Areekode, they got themselves to blame. Slightly switching off at the back and had to pay a price. As I was talking about this particular venue of EMS Stadium, they hoisted the Nehru Cup. The Soviet Union emerged as the winners. Is that a penalty? It did look like, and the referee has pointed to the spot. No, he's given a goal kick. Govindas, he was galloping very dangerously from the left corner of the penalty area. Went down, but the referee Musa denying a penalty to FC Areekode. Here is Ramton Singh. Rompton. He's being closed down by that front three of FC Areekode, just forcing him to play it quick and also commit mistake in that bargain. That is the strategy. A nice reverse ball for Fazlur Rahman, who knocks it into his path, and Murali is waiting in the box. Murali again rounds the goalkeeper, might be 2-0 and hits the woodwork. That was a fine chance for SAT to put the game to bed within the first 18 minutes. But it's Ananthu Murali has hit the woodwork there. Well. They are turning the screw here. Another chance. Fazlur This time running into a defender. The ball is bobbing outside the box, but coming to the rescue. And now a quick exchange in the middle of the park. Zubair, Emerson. The ball stolen from Emerson, and Faslu might be in here. And excellent run there by Rajneesh. He continued his run inside the box and expecting either Guy Hanuman and Murali to pounce onto that loose ball. Nicely done in the end there. They're cutting it out for a throw-in. They're looking very, very threatening. And now Guy Hanuman on the turn is wide. Causing all sorts of issues. The Cameroonian, a sub-junior international. Represented Cameroon in the under-19. A couple of goals to his name in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League this season. He scored on both the games. Scoring the winner against Wayanad United as well. 2 goals and an assist for the Cameroonian. Not a bad start to his career in Sports Academy Tirur. Talking about players from Cameroon, a lot of them in the past in Indian football. They have performed exceedingly well. One of them in recent time is Pierre Boa, who won the Hero I-League with Mohan Bagan in 2014-15 season. He was from Cameroon. Had the experience of playing top flight in Europe. Came from UEFA Champions League. He was Mohan Bagan's marquee signing that season and formed a formidable partnership along with the Haitian magician Sony Nodi, helping Mohan Bagan to clinch the Hero I-League title. And after a span of almost 14 years, Rompton is staying strong there. But given away to Beckham. Beckham, he will get the return. Beckham just showed a bit too much of the ball and quickly closed down. This could be another move. Guy Hanuman through the middle. He's got Murali ahead of him. Guy Hanuman trying to recover. It's a bit scrappy out there in the middle of the park. Neither of the teams has been able to get control of the ball so far. In Sports Academy Tirur is seeing more of the ball. We're talking about this particular venue, and apart from the 1987 Nehru Cup, and EMS Stadium also hosted the 1980 AFC Women's Asian Cup previously. The tournament which was being played in India last month. China were winning it, qualifying for Women's FIFA World Cup next year. It was played in Maharashtra in 2 venues, D.Y. Patil Stadium and Belawandi Sports Complex in Pune. The first ever Hero I-League game at this particular venue was played in the year 2017, and that was East Bengal against Gokulam Kerala. And Gokulam Kerala fighting back after going a goal down against the Kolkata Giants in the first half. Katsumi Yusa converting a beautiful penalty on the stroke of half time. Gokulam Kerala turning the game on the head in the second and winning it 2-1. And now dictating play here, Anantu Murali running into a crowd. There might be a counter for FC Areekode. Straight to Suhail and a quick release for the Senegalese Tirur. Not being troubled so far. Sports Academy Tirur. They are torturing FC Areekode in this opening frame. And now Beckham. He scored already in this competition against LTS International. That was FC Areekode's opening game. Their manager Muhammad Ashik will have to address the defensive issues. They are leaving a lot of gaps behind for the likes of Guy Harman and Anantu Murali to exploit, and also getting caught out from attacks down the wings. Faslu Rahman from the left, and that marauding run of Fahad down the right. Yeah, that is Shahid. Laid it back for the number 11, Luzup. He was fouled, and a free kick for FC Areekode. The first professional football club from Areekode, Malappuram, the headquarter in Areekode, with 20 dedicated club staffs, the coaches, team managers, medical staff, media manager, and other office personnel. The first and reserve teams, the elite and sub-elite residential academies, the under-6 to under-16 grassroots, operating in 4 artificial and natural pitches across Areekode. The club's residence at Areekode with food, lodging, and other modern facilities. And their academic partnership with schools and colleges for residential programs as well. Here is Beckham, cut back, and it's been blocked. Still might fall here for the number 99. That was Shabi Khan. And shouts of penalty. The referee says get up. And the former Kerala Blasters player, and almost bringing his team back on level terms. Lad from Punjab, very nearly punishing the Sports Academy Tirur. Beckham Singh with a wonderful cutback towards Shahid, who could not make that particular opportunity count. The first meaningful attack by FC Areekode. Emerson in the center circle, trying to turn and release, and that is Hafiz. The ball just going past Shabi Khan, and the target was Shahid. And now Faslu down the middle, rolls it down the line, and Fahad is on the overlap. He's got 3 maroon shirts to aim at. Guy Harman on the near side. Faslu in the middle, and Anant Murali slightly drifting into the left channel. A very poor giveaway. Gone past Ture as well. A nice covering from Ritesh. Excellent tracking back from the young defender, and nicely done here by Beckham. His pace is causing a lot of issues down the right hand side, and now Beckham Singh tried to take on Afzal, who was holding his ground brilliantly, the number 24. An end-to-end action so far. When FC Areekode in their early days established a football academy under the name of SAP Areekode, with the main focus was on talented players in the city, with the age group of under 10 to under 18. Produced district and state team players from the academy in the past. They took the 2018 participation in the Students' Olympics in Rohtak, Haryana, and they finished second runner-up among 24 teams across India. Produced players for college university teams in I-League Division 2, and also for Hero ISL reserve sides. Players getting hydrated. It's hot and humid here in Kozhikode. Here is Govind Das, his first start for FC Areekode this season. Lots of players who've got the experience of playing for Kerala Blasters in this FC Areekode side, and that's the only man who proved to be the difference between these two teams. The number 23 of Sports Academy Tirur, Arshad, his goal so far separating the two teams. His strike that came in on the 17th minute mark. Tapping in That cross from Guy Herman. That's the man, the producer in chief for Sports Academy Tirur. Some instructions for him as well. Lots of quality foreigners playing in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League this season. And apart from Guy Herman, Matthias Veron is another big name playing for Mutut Football Academy. He is in action at present at the Maharajas College ground in Ernakulam. They are up against Golden Threads in Group B. Matthias Veron, another a very known face in Indian football, played for Aizwal FC, comes from Argentina, scored that wonderful winner against Quest East Bengal at the Kalyani Stadium. That Aizwal FC fans will remember for a long, long time. And now Ritish has got twinkling toes. And now stepping up is Rompton. Rompton's fine ball is a neat delivery. It's going to be offside. Half an hour gone here at the EMS Corporation Stadium. The Sports Academy Tirur leading by 1-0 against FC Areekode. They will look to consolidate their place on the top spot by bagging in 3 wins in a row. And losing possession very cheaply, FC Areekode, and this was a fine run. Beating past Fahad. That was Faslur Rahman. He was fouled. That was a reckless challenge. And free kick for FC Areekode. Free kick from this left hand side. Faslur Rahman and Beckham Singh on the other side. Both of them are very agile. They've got a lot of flair in them. And now can they make this opportunity count? That was a fine catching practice for the goalkeeper. An easy catch for Vivek. Slightly rattled by that goal. FC Areekode, a nice shoulder to shoulder from Rompton Singh. Just a sign of confidence. In Sports Academy Tirur, a professional football club based in Tirur. They began competing in the Kerala Premier League, which is the professional football league organized by Kerala Football Association in the state of Kerala. They participated in the 2016-17 season. That was the first participation, in fact. On 24 January 2017, Anil Kumar, the Kerala Football Association Secretary, said that SAT from Tirur, who is likely to be included in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. And the club enjoyed an amazing run in the first 2 seasons and ended up 3rd place in both the occasion. And almost a free run here for Guy Herman. The goalkeeper was off just at the right time. Vivek Hafiz, slightly heavy touch, but managed to recover. Rajneesh Zubair, he played for Real Kashmir. Zubair trying to stabilize the midfield region of FC Areekode, which is looking slightly shaky so far. Emerson, Beckham, one touch from Zubair, and now on the overlap is Luzup, but he comes inside Govindas. He was expecting Luzup to make that inverted run inside the box, and the number 11 stood still, and that was a nice reverse ball between the full-back and the centre-back. They are dominating play. They are on the driver's seat so far. SAT running rings around FC Areekode. 10 minutes of regulation time left in this half. And now they're pouring forward. Guy Harman accelerating. A defender is there to thwart the move. And now SAT Tirur, they got a bit of defending to do. Very organized at the back. The defenders complementing each other. And those two defensive midfielders in Ritesh and Bashir, they're making things very, very difficult for FC Areekode to formulate anything through the center, forcing them to drift into the channels. And every time they do that, SAT, they commit their wingers and the fullback to double team on the FC Areekode attackers and FC Areekode wingers especially, denying them space and forcing them to play it long and direct. And just playing into the hands of the team in maroon at present in FC Areekode. Ananthu Murali will be very much disappointed. He had a glorious chance to set the game, but his shot hitting the target. Another misplaced pass. That ball. In Sports Academy Tirur's KP's record. They were the semi-finalists in 2016 edition. A couple of group stage elimination as well for them. In 2018, they had a very bad season. So as the last term, they couldn't make entry into the semi-final based on goal difference. They were on level with Basco, but Basco had a better goal difference than them. Unfortunate exit from the RAMCO Kerala Premier League last season for SAT. And this time, however, they will look to make amends. They are stamping their authority in Group A already. They're making their intentions very clear. Keeper fumbles and gathers it second time. Vivek. Rajneesh chooses the aerial route. Romton down the line and goes past the first line of defenses. Fazlur Rahman. He was closed down very quickly by the number 14. That is Fahad. And that tie-up between Cospera Technologies, who are at present sponsors of SAT. That's a fine save from Vivek. A rising left footer, but Vivek called into action and he responds. Once again, it's Guy Harman creating that, putting it on a platter for Murali. He tried to test the goalkeeper, but couldn't find the back of the net. A beautiful save by Vivek. He just stuck out his right arm and palming it over. Murali denied by Vivek. For the second time. The first time, of course, he was denied by the post. And this time the goalkeeper coming to the rescue. Could well have been up by 3 goals. In SAT, had they taken their chances. Silky skills from Ritesh. He chops his way past 2 players. An early ball. Stepping up was Hafiz. Ritesh will take time to get up now. We saw him in the Hero I League, Ritish, with the Indian Arrows, previously with Kerala Blasters Reserves, and Govindas on the left hand side for FC Areekode, having a very quiet game. And he's been the only bright spark for FC Areekode in midfield. Emerson is not getting greater support. Beckham, he impressed in phases. He will hope that injury to Ritish is nothing serious. Mohammad Asik, the assistant coach, the C license holder, in charge of FCI code. Skuni Krishnam, he is a license holder, formerly with Kerala Police and Viva Kerala, also part of Churchill Brothers coaching squad. A man with a wealth of experience. He expected to be fit by next game. Rompton. Guy Herman. That is Sports Academy Tirur's playmaker. Another super ball. This time surely could be 2-0. Not enough on that placement from Murali. And Hafiz was in the way to block that ball from going in. A collision between him and Murali. And the goalkeeper is injured, Vivek. What a ball played by Toure from behind. Choosing route one, the Senegalese. Just putting it into the path of Anantu Murali. And third time unlucky, the youngster who has trained in Bayern Munich. A couple of goals to his name this campaign, scored a brace in the opener against Real Malabar Football Club. And now Vivek is getting treated. As I was talking about, the Sports Academy Tirur's sponsorship with Cosmetic Technologies, a Bengaluru-based architecture firm, and the company directors are football enthusiasts. As a part of it, they are thinking about how to contribute into Kerala football development. So they've come across this opportunity by capitalizing the opportunity as a starting and becoming the sponsors of AFC. A change might be needed for SAT. Tanveer Ahmed.
Release. Substituted by number 18, Tanveer Ahmed.
Both the sides making one substitutions each in the first half. There's some instruction from Zubair. Ritish, he's been replaced by Tanveer Ahmed. Let's see if the number 18 can make any impact in the game. They're not the greatest of the goal kicks. Possession is back with Sports Academy Tirur. Arsal, Toure. Here is the goal scorer, Arshad, coming inside, and that's a beautiful ball for Murali, who gets on the end of it, opens up his body and delivers towards the back post. Fastur Rahman was interested. The ball is out of steam for a goal kick. And that was another decent build-up from Sports Academy Tirur. And a fine ball from Arshad, cutting in field, and the through ball for Murali, who was making the diagonal run, drifting into the channel. but his cross was not up to the mark. Now just a minute of regulation time left. The Sports Academy Tirur still holding on to the 1-0 lead. They are desperate to extend it further. On the flip side, nothing from FC Areekode by Beckham Singh. That was the only moment FC Areekode showed some signs of positive play. Since then, the wind has been taken off the sails.
Add-on time, 3
3
minutes.
minutes of stoppage time in this half. Now let's see if FC Areekode can get one goal back before going into the break. Ture, Murali, a high boot. Play called back. Rajneesh has smacked it upfield. In a way for a throw in. Ramthan Singh doing his duty very well. Fahad Zubair manages to recover, finds Fahad, passes on to Emerson. Emerson turns away from two, couldn't beat Arshad. Throw in taken very quickly. Guy Harman, he's the danger man. Oh, what a ball! An excellent tracking back from Luzub, reading that pass and tracking the run of Faslu Rahman beautifully. He's impressed. Luzub on his first start. Not been tested so far, apart from that one occasion. The defenders of Sports Academy Tirur and Afsal having a very comfortable game alongside Ture. Ture measuring it long. There's a super ball in behind. The goalkeeper this time getting there first. There was a willing runner in Anantu Murali, which Ture tried to pick out. And now Hafiz doing the same. And away by Rompton, adding a few yards to it. With number 18, Tanvir Ahmed. Ture covering a lot of space at the back. Marshalling Sports Academy Tirur's defense, Faslu Rahman. Looks long. Excellent ball for Arshad to collect, which he does. Arshad cutting onto his right foot. Just gone past the number 22, Rajneesh. Zubair. So half time then, here at the EMS Corporation Stadium between FC Areekode and Sports Academy Tirur, with the away side heading in with a 1-0 lead thanks to that strike from Arshad on the 17th minute mark,
Football Club Areekode.
Capitalizing on that cross which was sent in by Guy Harman after rounding FC Areekode's goalkeeper Vivek.
ജേഴ്സി നമ്പർ 23 അർഷാദ് നേടിയ ഒരു ഗോളിന് സാറ്റ് തിരൂർ മുന്നിട്ട് നിൽക്കുന്നു.
Yeah, these are the first half stats. As you can see, SAT clearly the dominant side, 65% possession, 9 shots, 3 of them on target, 2 corners. They have also been very, very physical as well in the first half. When we come back in the second half, live from EMS Corporation Stadium, Kozhikode. Don't go anywhere.
രാംകോ കേരള പ്രീമിയർ ലീഗിൽ അടുത്ത 2 ദിവസങ്ങളിൽ ഇരുപത്തിമൂന്നാം Substitution for Football Club Areekode. Jersey number 99, Shadi Khan.
Welcome back to the EMS Corporation Stadium in Kozhikode. It is match number 22 between FC Areekode and SAT Tirur, with the side from Tirur leading by a goal to nil against FC Areekode. Rashad is the scorer of that one and only goal in the first half, with the number 10 Guy Harman producing it for the number 23. And we are getting all ready for the second half action, and FC Areekode making a very quick change right from the off in the second, as Shabi Khan goes off and Vishnu comes in, and we are underway here with match number 22. The team in maroon and white is SAT Tirur. The team on the lead will be operating from the left to right of your screen, and the team in yellow and black strips is FC Areekode operating from the right to left. Only defending for FC Areekode to do. Rompton, Guy Harman straight away on the ball, and FC Areekode they continues to be on the receiving end. Good spell of possession here from SAT. A great switch. Rompton on the overlap. He's operating from the right in the second half. He's been quickly closed down by Govindas. Slightly loose from Rantan. And Govindas was very close to him and wins the ball. There he is on your screen, Govindas. Played for Kerala Blasters reserves. And Hafiz launching it long, gets a foot to it, and now it might break here for Murali, and Faslu had made a run. A bit of a scrappy defending. Could have done much better than that. Conceding a corner here is FC Areekode and Sports Academy Tirur. Faslu Rahman, the skipper, will be taking this corner and applying pressure right from the off. SAT, they are looking to score the second and kill the game off. It will be recovered on the far side. A throw in taken very quickly. Stepping up is the Cameroonian Toure, making his way into the box, trying to make his presence felt. He was expecting a delivery from the left hand side. Another direct ball, and this time no problems for Vivek. Vivek's quick release for Govindas. He's challenged, takes a tumble back on his feet. A free kick. He was challenged by the number 17 Bashir. Hafiz switching it to the far side. A very clever turn and a man through the inside channel. This is the moment for FC Areekode. Blazed it over the top from a very acute angle. Govindas was waiting in the middle. A cut back would have been a much safer option, but he was well within his rights to go for goal. Went for glory. A chance wasted by FC Areekode within the first 3 minutes into the second half, and now driving SAT forward is Guy Harman. Couldn't pick the right pass out. And he's been in the center of all the good things that SAT have produced so far, Guy Harman. Silky skills there. Another forward ball for Faslu. Guy Harman is behind to capitalize, and now he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper is Murali, and for the second time he has struck the woodwork in this game. He's been so wasteful, Ananta Murali. Look at that ball from Guy Harman. One-on-one with the goalkeeper Vivek. Hitting the post. A familiar post in a familiar setting comes to the rescue. What a ball from Guy Harman, pulling the strings and playing it towards unmarked Anantu. One more chance. Guy Harman. This is the area where he excels. Guy Harman with a cutback. And this time it's been defended well by Rajneesh. Another corner for State-foot SAT Tirur. And there's the Cameroonian, the number 10, the playmaker, the heartbeat of the team. He's got the vision, he's got the creativity to cause all sorts of problems. Known for making those adventurous passes between the defenders, completely breaks the lines. First loose cross, and now steaming into the box. Might be a shot from the edge of the box. It goes over the top. Goal kick for FC Areekode. A quick flash of pace there from first to Rahman, showing quick feet. Anantu. Slightly lacking in confidence, especially after missing those 3 gilt-edged chances. Trained with the Bundesliga giants, Bayern Munich, who are at the top of the table in Bundesliga. And his side, SAT, also leading in the points table in Group A. And FC Areekode placed the 7th. A win will take them to 2nd, just a point above LTS International. They will drop to 3rd. Mohammad Ashik, C license holder, the assistant coach of FC Areekode, is the interim head coach for this one. They are still very much within the game. Just a goal lead is never safe in football. They can bounce back any moment. They only got to make sure of being tight at the back and not allow SAT to extend the lead. Govindas, a fist forward for Emerson. The 2 Manipuris combining down this left channel. Continuing his run is the number 11. It's a good cross in. Might be a shooting opportunity from the back post. It's gone wide. Fine cross from Luzup. The overlap. Sending in a delightful ball. Just dropping at the far side. But the shot was not on target. Comes to nothing in the end. That is going to be a challenge and a free kick for FC Areekode inside their own area, for SAT rather. Here is Tanveer Ahmed looking for that adventurous ball, clearing their lines comfortably. FC Areekode. They're lacking composure. That zing from FC Areekode's play is gone missing in this game. This the proactiveness in the season's opener against LTS International. Gone down early, then fought back, took the lead. We had to give it away in stoppage time. That a free kick from Ibnu. Absolutely outstanding. Headed away. It's been collected by Zubair. Rajneesh. Zubair choosing a short pass to Emerson. Emerson's ball looking for Govindas. Well covered by Rompton, who is keeping an eye on the number 19, who has been closely marked by Rompton Singh. And Tirur, Faslu, Afsal, Arsal, back to Afsal. And here is Suhail. Not troubled so far in this game. He's having a very comfortable evening. Guy Harman. SAT's creator in chief over the defense line. A poor first touch, but he dinks it over the advanced goalkeeper. And it's 2-0 for SAT. And it's the number 23 again, Arshad. Scoring a brace here. And the second one just coming within the 10 minutes in the second half. And SAT into a quick fire double. And look at that, saw the goalkeeper Vivek off his mark and then chipping it over. A very cheeky finish by the number 23. And FC Areekode, they are trailing by 2-0. This win will take SAT to 9 points. They are yet to concede in this tournament.
Sir Tirur goal നേടിയത് jersey number 23 Arshad. സമയം 56 മിനിറ്റ്.
They are proving to be a force to reckon with. Stamping their authority in the Group A. And now up through the gears is Anantu. The ball falling slightly short of Faslu. The decision goes against them. It's a free kick for FC Areekode. How do they respond now? They are trailing by 2-0. They are lacking a leader in midfield, FC Areekode. And the likes of Guy Harman, Arshad and Anantu is adding too much quality between the two teams. Running away from his man is Guy Harman, winning a throw in very cleverly. We're talking about that second goal, that misjudgment from Rajneesh, allowing Arshad to get in behind and dink it over the goalkeeper. Another chance carved open, and Anantu again from the far post. It was off target, thankfully for FC Areekode. And now Vivek wins the header. Govindas is covered behind him. Rompton. Faslu falling deep. Takes 1-1. Goes past the second. That's a giveaway in the middle of the park. He's got player to his right and one just in front of him, and that is Shahid. Taking it towards the byline, trying to buy some time. He was waiting for the likes of Vishnu and Shahid to get into scoring positions. SAT not going to allow you so much time on the ball. And just got to make your decision quickly, especially when you are up against a side like SAT, who are the table toppers in Group A. This game could have been flooded with goals had Anantu Murali taken his chances. Some gap opening up on the left hand side. Govindas plays it out wide for the overlapping Luzub, who couldn't get the cross in. Rompton Singh quite comfortably putting him off with a sliding challenge. And FC Areekode We spoke about how they take the state league so serious. They conducted a month's preseason program for the elite team in Goa. First time in Kerala for an amateur club. They played their friendlies against FC Goa reserves, Salganko, Dempo, Sesa Goa, and Churchill Brothers. And now bursting forward, Ananthu keeper comes out, another mistake, almost pouncing onto it, and now Guy Harman arriving into the area, asking for a handball. Nothing doing, says the ref. Sloppy defending. Guy Harman pulled back by Zubair, pardon me. It's going to be a free kick for SAT. And a yellow card for the number 8. A bit of a dirty play by the Kashmiri lad, pulling behind Guy Harman. That was a collision between Ananthu and Vivek, who's had to come a long way out to rescue the situation. And for the 4th time, Ananthu Murali failing to put the ball in the back of the net. Sunil Kumar can certainly dig deep into the bench. He's got plenty of options in Mohammad Tafsir and also Sana Thoising, the number 31, another exciting player from Manipur. Some discussion going on between Guy Harman and the number 17 of SAT, that is Bashir. Skipper Faslu is also involved. Let's see whether they can conjure something off this particular set piece opportunity. Guy Harman taking it. Gonna be a free header for Ture. Not on target. It was a bright idea to play it towards the tall heads of Ture. Just couldn't keep it on target. The Senegalese defender, who is a pillar of strength for SAT at the heart of defense, Zubair. He was being closed in by Bashir. Zubair getting into free space, rolling it down the line, picked up brilliantly, beating his man for pace, but getting in a very good challenge. Corner kick for FC Areekode. Their first of this game. No, in fact, it's a throw-in. Snatching the ball away. Guy Harman is working tirelessly. Player with excellent work rate. He's like a pendulum. He's being given the freedom to play into the free role just off the shoulder of Murali. Dictating play from deep and just picking up the opposition's vacuum areas in defense and putting the ball into those spaces for the likes of Murali, Arshad and Fazlur Rahman to run onto. Now Hafiz in trouble. It looks like a hamstring pull and a stretcher is brought out. The skipper of FC Areekode is going to be a massive blow if he comes off. That doesn't look pretty at all. Even though they've got the likes of Mohammad Ansif on the bench, who can be an option in case the skipper Hafiz fails to continue. For the time being, FC Areekode down to 10 men, trailing by 2 goals. They have a big mountain to climb. And the captain's armband will go to Zubair because FC Areekode will be making a change. And Hafiz, unfortunately, will have to come off. It's 4 against 1. He's crowded out and he's going to allow it to run out for a goal kick. They are also lacking options up top. And FC Areekode. The thing is that SAT, they're getting more numbers in midfield. And in order to plug that gap, in order to even things up in the middle of the park, FC Areekode, all their players up front are dropping deep to match with SAT in the middle of the park in that bargain. They are lacking men up top while going forward. And that is going to be a challenge.
Substitution for Football Club Areekode. Number 67,
and confirmation of that change.
Replaced by injection number 5, Mohammed Ansif.
A free kick for SAT Tirur. And academy side doing exceedingly well. Their 6th season in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. And Sif replacing Hafiz. A like-for-like change. And from 25 yards out, a chance for SAT. Faslu Rahman takes it off. Rattle the woodwork. What a fine take. Pokes it in. It might break here. It will be recovered. And the first time cross is inviting. And Tirur, his attempt has gone wide. Well. What a fine free kick from Faslu Rahman. And the goalkeeper Vivek diving to his left. The ball just rattling at the post. Comes out to Tirur, who couldn't make that particular opportunity count inside the box. And that was a great cross from the left. Tirur, the Senegalese, couldn't triple the lead for Sports Academy Tirur. He came a shed closer. Also in the opening game. He also got a goal to his name. Tirur scored against Real Malabar in that 7-0 win. Ritish. And now he's one-on-one. Trying to take on Rajneesh. Was Bashir. Not succeeding. A fine recovery challenge from the number 22. It's going to be a match day off the next couple of days. Before we start again from 23rd onwards. Lining up for a cross is Johnson. Gets a foot across to it. It was Govindas. And the ball's a run straight to Vivek. Emerson flicking it over his statement Rompton. Emerson keeps going. He's fronted by Rompton. And first you try to double team. He comes away with the ball. Vishnu played in the Bangalore Super Division for Dreams United. Playing it forward. It will be tracked back by Luzub. Luzub slightly heavy touch and almost sneaking in behind. Was Anantu Murali. He's been so unlucky not to have scored. A couple of times denied by the woodwork. The footballing gods just not favouring him. He's been a threat for the opposition so far in this competition. A delectable understanding between him and Guy Herman up top. Emerson, good upper body strength, shrugs off a couple of players and Emerson keeps going. A heavy touch from Govindas, miscue clearance. And finally getting enough on it, Ursel. It will be retrieved though. Cross comes in towards the back post, nodded down. Emerson's left footer closed down. Govindas now onto it. And it's a penalty. A penalty is been awarded to FC Areekode by the referee pointing to the spot. And SAT players are not happy. They're vociferously challenging the decision. As number 31, Thoi Singh, will be coming in. Yes, so as a number 13, Mohammad Tafsir and Bashir will make way for Thoi Singh, another player from Manipur. And Faslu will make way for Mohammad Tafsir.
Substitution for set Tirur.
This is the moment for FC Areekode to make this chance count and mount a comeback. Still 20 minutes of regulation time left in this. And now Emerson Singh will be taking it. Here goes Emerson, and he makes it 2-1.
Number 31,
And finally, a big sigh of relief for FC Areekode. Emerson Singh pulling one back for the home side. Look at that. A slight stutter, sending the keeper the wrong way and slotting it into the back of the net. Straight down the middle of the goalkeeper. And we have a game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an entertaining last 19 minutes. Make sure you don't go anywhere. There's still plenty of drama, plenty of action left in this. And FC Areekode with a fresh breath of life. Now they will look to take the game on to SAT. Once again, keeper comes out. It was Suhail. And first time SAT in this competition have conceded a goal. They have managed to keep a clean sheet in the opening two games. And after 250 minutes, they have conceded in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League. That shows their defensive resilience that has been broken by Emerson's penalty. The Manipuri lad keeping a calm head and scoring it, Zubair. Now picking up pace is FC Areekode. At a very stray ball, Romton pokes it towards the number 13, Tafsir. He is closely marked by Mohammad Ansif. If FC Areekode scores the second here, Murali, he will be left ruining his thumbs for those missed opportunities. Stranger things have happened in this particular sport in the past, and 2-1 sometimes can be a very, very tricky scoreline. And asking for it, Beckham didn't pick him out. Vishnu is get caught out in position. He goes past the goalkeeper, but couldn't make it count. A goal was gaping there. And the number 13, Mohammad Tafsir, had a glorious chance to put his side 3-1 ahead. Going past the goalkeeper. A couple of defenders just getting on the goal line, and one of them just switching the number 13 off. There's been chances galore for SAT in the second half. Another high cross header that takes a deflection. There's going to be another corner for Sports Academy Tirur. They are exerting a lot of pressure on FC Areekode, desperate to get the insurance goal. They know that this game is very much on here as we step into the last 15 minutes of this match, the final quarter of this game. In comes the corner, Tour's header! Oh, he hits the crossbar, and for the third time in this game, SAT they have been denied by the post. And this time, it's not the post, it's the crossbar rather. They're coming to the rescue. They're so unlucky. Guy Harman's ball, keeper comes out, and he clatters onto the number 11. Luzuk. Nothing comes from it. In 6s and 7s at present. The defense line of Sports Academy Tirur. That is Guy Harman's foul on Vishnu. Free kick taken very quickly. Even Toure. What an excellent leap by the Senegalese. The placement was near perfect. Just too much precision. Couldn't keep it underneath the crossbar. And the ball going to trickle out of play for a goal kick. There are 22 teams vying for the top spot in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League this season. 7 corporate entries, and FC Areekode is one of them. Towards on-rushing Guy Harman now. That lofted pass. Then steps Mohammad Ansif to pot out the danger. The top 2 teams from both the groups are going to advance to the semi-final round. And the bottom placed 2 teams are going to be relegated. The winners of the State League will get the nomination for the I-League 2nd Division next season. Gokulam Kerala already being in the Hero I-League, it's going to be an excellent advertisement for the sport in the state if another club manages to book this spot in the Hero I-League, being the 2nd Division winners. First, they'll have to qualify fulfilling all the criterias, which includes grassroots development as well. Tried to release the number 17, Thoi, rather the number 31, from the left. Well read and cut out. In FC Areekode. Free kick. Another long punt upfield. Winning the header. Toure. Then SAT trying to slow down the pace of the game. The shirt being pulled from behind, which is what he's complaining. Arshad. The number 5 reprimanded Ansif, and free kick for SAT. Then the skipper Fazlur Rahman had an eventful evening so far. He along with the right fullback Ramtul Singh, both of them combined brilliantly within the game. And now can Fazlur Rahman help his team get the insurance goal? Gets a good shape on the cross. A call came in early from the goalkeeper Vivek. And Afsal making sure there is no breakaway move forward. Harman peeling away from his marker. His pass falling short. Has been retrieved Chips it into the box. Nice guide on. The goalkeeper makes a comfortable save. Left his mark very bravely, Vivek. Another searching ball, nicely covered by Rompton. He's been under pressure from Emerson. With 10 minutes of regulation time left. And SAT in the second half, doubling the lead through Arshad, which has been reduced by Emerson via a penalty. Having a word with Guy Herman, just asking him to get involved more, to hold up play, kill time, and probably try and exploit those gaps behind FC Areekode defenders. That will help his side to triple the lead. At the same time, run down the clock. Because FC Areekode, they're looking to go all out. They're looking to go all guns blazing. They are trading, and Beckham will go out to receive treatment. Tirur. Guy Herman falling deep to get on the ball. That is going to be the strategy of SAT in this last 10 and a half odd minutes. Another dive into the box. Arshad, laying it up beautifully for his strike partner. And Mohammad Tafsir, his shot once again straight into the gloves of Vivek. Strong defending there from Tirur. Comes across to stop the move and launch a quick counter. A great retaliation from the Cameroonian. There's going to be a push at the back. Mohammad Tafsir brought down, and free kick for SAT. And this time it is much closer to goal. And Fazlur Rahman will be fancying his chance, and that was the moment. Arshad losing his composure, but still managing to play in Mohammad Tafsir. The shot was saved by Vivek. And now this particular opportunity from set piece 25 yards out. And the previous one was taken by Fazlur, which hit the woodwork, and managing to work the goalkeeper. This time it's going to be Tirur who takes it wide of the far post, and goal kick for Football Club of Areekode. In Areekode, it is a town on the banks of the Chaliar River with an area of 7.25 square miles. It is one of the highly illiterate areas in the state, situated in the northern part of Malappuram district. It is by hills and hillocks capped in green. The Areekode region includes Urangatiri, Kavanur and Areekode Panchayats. It is 17 kilometers from Manjeri, where we are going to have the finals of 75th edition of Santosh Trophy. 35 kilometers away from Calicut town. In case you're wondering about the name Areekode, which was derived from Areekode, which in Malappuram means riverside, and the town is certainly accessible by public road transportation. This time, Guy Herman drawing a foul in his favor, and getting physical in FC Areekode. That was the challenge. I tried to front him up, Rajneesh. Everybody backing off. Only the number 22 goes and fronts him up illegally. 5 minutes of regulation time left. And SAT have managed to create those stoppages in the second half, and not allowing FC Areekode to get into the rhythm. Every time they try to gain momentum, it's by this short stoppages. And Guy Herman will have to go out for treatment from 30 yards out, lining this one up. This is Rompton and Beckham Singh. He's been booked for that challenge. Rompton shifting it to the right for Faslu. Faslu, it got Arshad for support. Faslu goes past one player, but his cross is picked up. Guy Herman. That is a foul. The referee was close to the incident. Kerala, very much the powerhouse of Indian football. And FC Areekode, they will make the fourth change. Misab, number 69, will be coming in. And out goes Zubair. Only one change left. And they are also trailing by just one goal, and outside of the pool pass headed away by the Senegalese Tirur. Cross from deep, goes up for it and winning the header, Ramtan Singh. Luzub. Emerson, the goal scorer. Govindas. Sports the run of Vishnu. Not finding him. And the defender winning the header. No less than 3 minutes of regulation time left. There's going to be a stoppage time of nearly 5 minutes. A lot of time have been wasted in the second half due to those injuries. And now Arsenal. The free kick goes the other way round. And if the game remains this way, SAT, they will remain at the top. Now Arshad, the goal scorer. A nice reverse ball into the feet of the number 13. This could be 3-0, and not it is. What a chance wasted again. A nice reverse ball from Arshad. A split opening the FC Areekode defense. And now this could be action on the opposite end. Turning out to be an end-to-end stuff. Slightly loose that pass. Rompton was alert to the danger. And he responds very quickly. Talking about that ball from Arshad. An absolute defense-splitting pass for Mohammad Tafsir. But couldn't beat Vivek. His attempt was not goalwards. Got to make it a habit of hitting the target at least from that sort of range. He was completely through on goal. That particular miss still keeps FC Areekode in this game. Now are we in for a grandstand finish here?
Head on time,
Number
3
3
minutes.
will be replaced. That is Tirur. And the Senegalese will make way for Mohamed Shafiq.
ചെല്ലില്ല ഇവിടെ കാണിച്ചു.
And this change comes in with a bit of a surprise. Whether it's 3 or the number 23, slight confusion, and I think it's the number 23 who has been replaced. In fact, 3 minutes of added time. That's what we hear from the touchline. And Mohamed Shafiq comes in for Arshad. And Toure continues to play. It's all about holding on for those last 3 minutes. And looking up long and plays it. And cushions it behind. And time is ticking away for FC Areekode. And they're struggling to get hold of the ball. Oh, a mistake from Ramtan. And now they will look to make this one count. Number 38, the final change, Munir. FC Areekode's residential product.
Substitution for the football club Areekode. Jersey number
Luzum.
7. Third chamber come replaced by jersey number 38, Munir.
And here comes SAT. Faslu Rahman gets in a challenge very quickly. Mohammad Ansif preventing Faslu Rahman from delivering the cross in. And it's got to be a throw in. Or is it a corner? Both Faslu and Kai Harman close to each other. Corner taken short, and Harman will buy some time. It drags it towards the corner flag and now picks out Faslu. Faslu will look to attack the byline. And Govindas, hot on his heels, recovers the ball. Can't. Not managing to step up FC Areekode. They'll have to pump it into the penalty area. No time to play in short. It concedes possession just on the edge of the area. Pulled from behind, a flying elbow. And there's going to be a card and a free kick for SAT. Just slightly outside the area. Faslu Rahman, he was pulled from behind by Mohammad Ansif. This is going to be the last move and the last chance of the game. Can SAT triple their lead? They've been a free scoring side so far in this competition. Can Ramtan sent in a telling delivery towards the back post, and the target was Toure. Not managing to get any kind of quality on the delivery. He will need to track back very quickly, Toure. But referee blows the whistle, and that's the end of the game. The third victory on trot for SAT Tirur, which will keep them at the top of the points table in Group A and take them to 9 points from 3 matches, with a goal difference of +9. And they have scored 10, conceded just to 1 goal in the competition so far. And FC Areekode, this is their first defeat in the RAMCO Kerala Premier League after a couple of draws in the opening 2 games. That's how the thing stands here at the AMS Corporation Stadium. It's FC Areekode 1, SAT Tirur 2. Arshad is going to be the hero of the match of this evening for a lovely brace. Emerson converting that penalty, restoring some kind of a joy for FC Areekode, but that was not enough to prevent his team from falling to a defeat. Going to be a very happy unit as a team. Sports Academy Tirur, early dominance. These are the match stats. SAT, clearly the dominant side, and you can see those dominant in each and every column. Be it ball possession, be it the number of shots on target, be it the corners, in each and every department. They have also been very, very physical by committing 19 fouls. We've had 31 fouls in total in this game, and these are the goals being scored. Arshad doubling the lead in the second half for SAT, and Emerson pulling one back from the spot kick. Thanks for joining us here on the YouTube channel of Sportscast India. Goodbye for now.